Welcome back to Wittenberg Academy's Latin 3 course. We are ready for first year Latin, lesson 55 on page 102. We are getting 3 new tenses, but again these are compound tenses, or sometimes they're called periphrastic tenses because they use the passive participle plus a form of the verb sum. So we've got the perfect indicative passive, the pluperfect indicative passive, and the future perfect indicative passive. Obviously, they all use a form of the passive participle, either in the singular or the plural. So if you look at the perfect indicative passive, in the singular it's laudatus, and in the plural it's laudati. And then simply the forms of sum. Sum ss, sumus estis sunt. So there's no new memorizing of forms. I mean, you know these paradigms already, but it's just getting used to seeing them in this periphrastic way and translating them. So laudatus sum, I have been praised. Laudatus eram, I had been praised. Laudatus ero, I shall have been praised. So piece of cake. Just simply make up the cards to help you memorize them, but they should be very easily reviewable in your flashcards. Some vocabulary on the bottom of page 102. Adversarius is an enemy or an adversary. Commendo is first conjugation, means recommend, commend, or entrust. Excito, accent on the first syllable. Rouse, arouse, incite, stimulate. Recupero, recover or win back. Wester, westra, westrum, a 3-termination adjective meaning your or yours. All right, top of page 103, we are ready to do our Latin into English sentences. As always, work these out on your own and then come back and review how I go through them. You can do them one at a time if you like, or you can turn off the video and do them all and then come back. Sentence 1. Milites Caesaris spe victoriae ad virtutem excitati erant. Milites Caesaris spe victoriae ad virtutem excitati erant. So the verb is excitati erant. Okay, so if we look back, errant. So this is what I mean by getting used to seeing these periphrastic verb forms. You're just reading through, you say errant, okay, the verb is errant. You just have to notice wait a minute, what's that participle doing there? Well, if that participle is not hooked to anything else, it's not a participle, it's this periphrastic form, it's pluperfect passive. So the verb is they had been excited or aroused. So the soldiers, obviously in the nominative, the soldiers had been aroused, and now we work through the sentence with the words as they come. Milites Caesaris, the soldiers of Caesar, it's genitive, the soldiers of Caesar, spe victoriae ad virtutem. I've got a passive verb. The soldiers of Caesar had been excited, so I'm looking for an agent that's indicated by ab plus the ablative or just the ablative. So here's just the ablative, spe. The soldiers of Caesar had been excited by the hope of victory toward virtue. There you go. Sentence 2. Magistro ad patribus nostris commendati sumus. Magistro ad patribus nostris commendati sumus. Again, the periphrastic verb, commendati sumus. We have been commended. So there's nothing in the nominative because it's just we, there's no nos there, but we know what the subject is. We have been commended. And now we're looking for an agent. A patribus nostris. We are being commended by our father. We have been commended by our fathers to the master, to the teacher. Okay. We have been commended to the teacher by our fathers. We have been handed over, entrusted to the teacher by our fathers. So here's a case where you might think we have been commended by the teacher. Well, no, first for your agent, look for a or ab. only resort to an ablative, or in some cases a dative, for the object, for the agent, until you look for a or ob. Sentence 3. Nostra gloria et libertas virtute nostra recuperatae sunt. Verb recuperatae sunt, that periphrastic perfect passive. They have been recovered. What have been recovered? We're looking for something in a nominative. Gloria and libertas. So our glory and freedom have been recovered by our virtue. Right, very good. Sentence 4. Consilia vestra cras multis causis mutata errant. So mutata errant. Again, errant can be a tricky verb form. Remember, it's future. Right, so it's future perfect. Will have been changed. What will have been changed? Nominatives. Consilia vestra. So our plans will have been changed, cross, tomorrow by many causes, for many reasons. For many reasons, our plans will be changed tomorrow. A very wise saying. 5. Omnes adversariorum copiae a Caesare superatae erant. Superatae erant. They had been conquered. What had been conquered? Omnes adversariorum copiae. So, omnes copiae, all the forces had been overcome. All the forces of the adversaries had been overcome by Caesar. That's very common. You notice how that genitive adversariorum is between the adjective and the noun. So in English we would say all the forces of the adversary. In Latin the word order is all of the adversary's forces. It is a more common word order. All right, very good. So study a little bit of vocabulary, get a little practice recognizing those forms, and then you'll be ready for the next lesson.